Hello, I am finally ready to go to Telford in Birmingham for the Levitation Convention this weekend. I've been really busy and both my children have been sick this weekend. And I felt rotten too. The energies leading up to this eclipse are... been busy. So I wanted to do a quick video. This is a hard share for me, so I ask you to come here with an open mind and an open heart, if you haven't already. Most of you know me, or those who don't know me have a bit of a flavour about me and what I'm about. I'm an author. I am also an IT project manager and business analyst. I work in IT. I do some AI projects now and then, and I write about science fiction. And I'm going to talk about something I don't normally talk to tonight, and that's because my children ask me not to normally. And whilst they are in secondary school, I will respect what they have asked and how they guide me, because we're a family, and anything I say impacts them as much as it impacts me. And I also have to be careful with my work and things like that. So one thing I don't share publicly too often is I do have certain abilities, we all do, but some of us, like me, work on them more than others. So I see things, and when I do energy healing on people, I can sometimes see their past lives, their future. It helps me to understand what is wrong with them. And I work with animals as an animal communicator, and I get messages, see things, videos, different formats, different ways. It's like a clear knowing. And I have many friends like myself. And I think one of the problems we have in this world at the moment is that there are many people like me, and we trust and believe in each other far more than mainstream media, which is not generally approved of, because if the narrative of those in power who have a lot of money and want to manipulate our minds and what we spend our money on, they don't like people like us talking. So if you want to stop free speech, that's a dangerous road to go down. So I'm talking openly here because I want us to do what I've said before. We women should have each other's back. The days of witch hunting is over. We don't have to throw each other into a witch hunter's hands and grass each other up because we're scared we might be next if we don't find someone to get caught before us. So basically, I trust what I see. For years, I have validated things, and I and many of my friends and colleagues on the spiritual side will see things, and we know what we see, and a few months or a couple of years later, it comes real. I meet people who I've met in past lives, and we both remember minute detail of the same level. And for me, I can't question that. If that doesn't sit well with you and you don't like this talk, and you don't believe in this, then scroll on by, because not everybody can understand this. But what I don't like to see, and the reason I'm making this video is what I don't like to see is people trying to take those who are connected to source and who see things and try to mush them up with disrespectful people who are being rude and insulting to public figures, which is not nice. I don't advocate that at all. And to try and make it into gossip, rumours and things like that. It's not, and it's actually rude and offensive for people like that to behave that way. If you don't like people who see things and people who believe in things, then scroll on by. And if you want to say, leave her alone, or leave any public figure alone, it's none of your business, then I question, well, why are you so quick and easy to bury your head in the sand and leave them alone if they need help? In my video, for anyone who actually listened, I was saying, if you do want out and can't get out, call me, I'll come and get you. If you can get away, if you want to. Us women should have each other's backs. We women should protect each other. That's not gossip or rumours. That's caring. And I have made it very clear that I have a massive heart opening for Diana, Meghan and Kate. And I think this is a third tragedy in a row, and I'm very upset about it. I just would not sit back and leave her alone. I wouldn't leave anyone alone. I think it's wrong. So even though I work in IT and understand AI, and I know when videos and images are real and not real. It's fairly obvious. More and more of us are even using AI in media and marketing, so it's quite obvious when you use it. To some people who are not tech savvy and not into that, it's just unbelievable. But actually, we're living in a world where this is believable, this is happening, and a lot of what you see is not real. Get over it. This is the future. We're there. We're being manipulated by AI all the time on what to spend our money on. It's all marketing, you know. So it's just the way of the future now. So I was talking about my writing, which is what I try to stick to because it's my main job. And I know that this is the beginning of the end of the, I think we do need to change. And I hadn't really thought about it much because I don't pay attention to the news, the media, public figures normally. But when something bad happens, when I see tragedy and abuse and wrongs, I am compelled to talk about it and to speak up. And I'm disgusted with the behaviour that I'm seeing of people trolling each other, or women stabbing each other in the back, or people going, are you happy now? Are you glad you said that? Or just trolling other people who are clearly not gossiping, not doing anything bad, but just saying, I'm really worried something bad's happened, because they're connected and they feel it. And they have a right to be concerned that they're being deceived or hurt or upset. And one of the things that annoys me is those people commenting, don't talk about, I bet you never said a single word with the extreme towards Meghan, did you? And that to me is hypocrisy. And my point is that we women should have each other's backs, all women, whether we like each other or not. But all these people saying, don't talk about Eva alone, most of it is bots anyway, not real people. But none of them said a word about Meghan, did they? And they let somebody get treated far worse, so bad that they had to leave the country. So I don't like sitting by and letting that happen. It's just hypocritical. And I'm a warrior woman. I always have been in all my lifetimes. I'm not going to stop now, and I'm not going to stand for rubbish. I'm genuinely concerned that a tragedy has happened and nothing has changed since my last videos. In fact, it's just validated what I said, that I had every reason to be concerned. And if you like to believe that that video is real, that is your prerogative, and I will allow you to believe that that video is real. But I'd also appreciate and value you allowing other people to not believe the video is real. Everyone is entitled to their own view and opinion. This is not a tyrannical world where you have to control what other people think and feel. We have to be kinder. We have to grow. And I pulled a card today which is appropriate for this conversation because it is peace. And I love this card. And we need to find peace and not allow ourselves to keep being divided. This is the year of goddesses and of women, where we should come to our own power, support each other and look after each other, and bring peace and love to one another. I understand wanting to protect somebody that you care about, but your way of protecting them is not necessarily the same as somebody else's way of protecting them. And if we stop people talking on social media and allowing them a voice, it doesn't stop the horrible people taking the Michael, really, does it? Spitting Image is the prime example. Didn't have social media then, so they just made puppets. They would do stuff like that all the time anyway. And as Shakespeare said, the world is but a stage. So we need to open our eyes, wake up, be kinder to each other, and stop being silly. All right, there's bigger things going on than a royal family scandal right now. Look at the things that we're not talking about in Gaza, and far more important things that we're being distracted from. Just saying. I trust people like me far more than I trust mainstream media. So if people like me are going to be talking and saying I've seen these things, I will believe them, not the news. And that's what people don't like. So I just want to say that we are all finding our own abilities and ways in our own way. And it takes a lot to stand up and say what you can see and do if most people aren't going to understand it. So have an open heart, find peace, and have your sisters back.